Hello everybody! Welcome back to Craftworks by G, where we do everything and anything and hope to inspire. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing something I've never done before but always wanted to when I was a little kid. Blacksmithing. I'm going to make a knife. We are going to make a knife. So, let's get started! Alright, so got it all flattened out and the basic shape. Alright, so now we're gonna normalize the blade. Alright, so I got the tang down and the basic shape. Now it's time to heat treat and quench. Alright, so when I took it out of the quench, it had a warp, so I put it in between two pieces of wood and clamped it down. So let's see how it ends up. Hopefully it's straight. Alright, so I took it out and it still had a little bit of a warp, so I put it back in the forge and I'm gonna re-quench it. Alright, second quench came through. This time I put it in the vise and it's straight. Now that it's straight, to check that it actually hardened in the quench, you take a file and if it did harden, it should just skate through the blade. Yep. See that? It's not biting at all, so that means it actually hardened. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to temper the blade, and what this does is it relieves the stresses that happened in the grain structure during the quench. So I'm setting it to around 400 degrees, and yeah, 400 degrees. Just gonna leave it there for about an hour, and we'll do it 2 times. Alright, so now that the tempering is complete, it's time for the final grind. Now the important thing about the final grind is to make sure that you do not overheat the blade and ruin your temper. So I'm going to be dipping it in water like almost every pass. Alright, now it's time for fitment. Alright guys, I took it out of the clamps and here it is. Now I just gotta sand the handle and maybe sharpen up some more and we'll be good. I'm excited guys, I'm excited. My first knife! My first knife! I'm excited! Let's go! Let's go! Alright guys, I finished up the handle. Here it is. Here's the handle. Oh my lord. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Yep. You know what? I'm feeling a little extra. I think I'm gonna show Sugiban. Let's go. Alright guys, we are done with the knife. Here it is. Ooh, oh baby. Other side. Oh, yep. Woo, man, first knife done. Alright, so I learned a lot during this. Now let's go test it on something like a tomato. Let's see how finely it can cut a tomato. Oh, I'm hungry. Alright, so that's my first knife, Dagger. So number one thing to improve on is the hammering technique during the blacksmithing process. It's really hard. So much respect to those actual blacksmiths out there. Really hard. Now you see these little, I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, right there. That was from the hammering. I think the handle was done pretty good. The grinding, I really need to work on the grinding. As you can see, it's pretty uneven. But hey, it's freehand. It's my first knife. Whatever. Thank you for watching. And remember, it's never too late to take pleasure in your work. Peace. Buhay.